What's up, everyone? Pongroomproductions coming back at you with another movie review, and today we are reviewing Wonka, the new release, another take on the Willy Wonka story.
It's a origin story.
Origin. It's like a it's kind of like a prequel, would it not be?
Is it a prequel? I guess you could say it's a prequel.
kinda
I would
like-
say I think origin story sounds nice, but yeah, it's a prequel. You could say
Prequel,
that.
sequel,
Sort of.
prequel, sequel, whatever. And we're gonna talk about it. Right out the gate, I was not blown away by this movie. It was very much for kids, like a PG. I didn't know. I figured it would be they would have some adult humor in there, which there was. But I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
Oh.
Yeah, I was dozing off.
But we know why.
Yeah, I was tired.
It's an extenuating circumstance.
But I still did watch the movie, and I wasn't exactly entertained. There were, I felt like some other characters' plots were kind of taking shine over Wonka's, story. And I came to see some interesting stuff about Willy Wonka, like what makes him act like that. Why does he love chocolate so much? How was he as a child? You know what I mean? There was so much mystery behind the character, and they gave half of the spotlight to the little girl that he liked to get her out of the hotel debt.
Who I even have to, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, she wasn't. I'm not gonna say she was a bad actress or whatever, but she just enunciated her lines a little weird.
I don't even.
And
she didn't. She wasn't. Yeah, she wasn't very.
She
yeah,
wasn't
It's so
great.
messed up to say a mean thing about a child actress.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
she wasn't really grabbing me.
Yeah, and I understand Wonka's kind heart wanted to help her and this that, but it was like weird. Like it was
You think it was a little? There was little moments where I was like,
were they? Does he like her?
No.
Or was it like I
No,
feel
no, no,
sorry
no, no,
that
no,
like
no.
they tricked you and
Of
now
course, it was
you're
like
in
that he
debt.
felt sorry for. He's a kind-hearted. Come on now.
But
Come on, man.
it was just I was just like, can we just get off of that? Like I was interested in the movie for the first 30 minutes when it was more about, Wonka coming to the new city, starting the new chocolate factory, not
Okay.
having much. He only had like 12 whatever currencies he had, and then like boom, he's got less than that, and then boom, he's broke. Because everything costs money in the city, and he's got the competition everywhere. I would have liked to have seen him in more of like a business manager role of like, well, I got to make all this chocolate and it costs this much. And
Oh
I gotta,
my god!
I gotta,
You
well,
want like to have like a book,
it
the
would have
books
been,
and stuff.
it would have been interesting.
Accounting.
It would have been interesting to see like how did he end up becoming number one.
They kind of show that though.
Yeah, but I mean, they showed his mess ups and this, that, and,
And
the
they
other.
showed his how he progressed. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but I would have liked to have seen
Man, a 3.
a 3. I would have liked to
Wow.
have seen him been like, okay, this is the business world. You're not just going to become successful right out the gate. You got to work at it and change and then take people's feedback and this, that. And then it went a whole nother direction. You had so much interesting, content. You could have just focused on Willy Wonka, and they just
You think the girl took too much of the screen time?
Yeah, it took too much of the screen time, and it became a different movie from what they could have made.
Okay, I hear you.
It became, and then the bad guys,
The 3 chocolatier
Well, no,
cartel
well,
guys.
also the hotel owners.
Oh, right.
They were just, I just didn't.
Look, you have to come into it. It's a kids movie, or like it's a lighthearted family, nice. You're coming to Wonka not to see horribleness and evilness and how terrible the world is.
Yeah.
Although there are themes of people doing bad things in it, and how you can overcome that. Look, I'm coming from it. I'm gonna give it a 7.
You're giving Wonka a
I'm giving it a
7?
7. Yeah, and I'll tell you why.
Wow.
Now it's I'm coming at it from an angle of I really like Timothy Chalamet.
Okay.
I thought his performance was excellent. I thought he's really well cast.
I
He's
liked
just
him.
really likable.
He
He's
was-
really cool. It's like
Yeah.
way like he's like probably I liked him as the best version of Willy Wonka as opposed to Johnny Depp and Gene Wilder. I thought he was the most charismatic and just likable and fun character. So that's the big anchor of the story. I mean, look, the movie is Wonka, and it's Timothy Chalamet was great. So that pulls the movie for me.
I liked him as Willy Wonka also, and that's what hurts because I thought he could have
I
just
mean, a 3.
if they would have just focused on him a little bit more instead of having all these different characters, all these different things,
Wow.
it would have been a much more interesting movie. Make it just about him, and then because the title is Wonka, it should be about one. It's
He
not.
was pretty darn
It's
in the
not.
movie.
Yeah, but
It wasn't like
it's
they had
not
a
Wonka and his crew of friends. It's not Wonka and his
Wonka and his
and his
crew.
neighbors. It's just Wonka. Where
Wonka.
I wanted to see stuff about Willy Wonka, young Willy Wonka, and how he becomes who he is.
But it was that.
It was a
How are you going to go to a
it,
3?
it was a little bit because
You sure you don't want to redo the
no,
3?
no, that was a 3. I'm not going to
Wow.
see it again. I'm not going to suggest it.
Damn.
And it's a shame because I liked the Oompa Loompa stuff.
Yeah, that was Hugh Grant.
That was
was
interesting.
great. Yeah.
They could have totally went into that about how he found them and what they are and where they come from and
Well, I think the Johnny Depp version did that a lot. Like I've only seen parts of. I have to admit, I've only seen parts of both the Gene Wilder and the Johnny Depp version.
well, this one could have
But
done
this
it
is
too.
this is a different story. This is an origin
He could have been like,
story.
let's strike up a business deal, and then we can split the whatever and this, that, and the other, and because he's like, well, I'm kind of new to all this. How would you like it? I need about 100 people to help me.
Dude, you're
mean,
like you want like a realistic
it
like
would've been
okay, here's the
nice.
math.
It would have been nice to at
that
least
would have been fun watching
to have
that.
that in there to make it a little bit relatable to the
The
real
whole
world.
thing is that he does amazing chocolate with magical stuff.
Yeah, but what does he
and-
give it all away for free?
No, they put the money in
Yeah,
the
I
jar.
know,
Remember?
but like
And-
it was only successful. Spoiler alert for like one day before they like totally light the whole factory on fire, and then it's like PR's a lot to do with business as well.
dude.
I don't know.
Yeah, word on the street was that he has amazing chocolate and candy. Come on.
Yeah, but
You
and
are
then
taking this way too literally. Or
maybe,
I
but
mean, it's
I
a
wanted to see-
fantasy movie.
It is. It was more on the edge of like super childish and super happy-go-lucky and
There's some dark moments,
Yeah,
man.
not really.
Not
really.
dark, but
Yeah.
they were talking about killing him. They were like, okay, kill him. Kill Wonka.
Yeah,
It's pretty dark.
I
You're gonna
guess.
blow him up on
But
the ship.
But
you
like
know?
the whole time nothing was gonna
Well,
happen.
yeah.
Because of the overall vibe of the movie. So if it would have been just eerie enough to been like, well, maybe they'll imply that he burns down with the building. You know what I mean? But like it was just
Oh my God.
nothing. To me, there was nothing there.
So you want like a rated R Wonka with like John Wick shows or Wonka becomes John Wick. I get it.
No.
it. Right.
Maybe a PG-13 Wonka would have been cool. But
Was the Johnny Depp one PG-13?
I don't
I don't
remember.
even. Yeah, I don't. I've never seen. I've only seen bits and pieces of it.
let's
yeah.
go to rewatchability. I'm gonna give rewatchability on this 2 because I was so
I mean, why even give it anything?
Hear-
you
hear-
hated it.
Hear me out, because I was so tired and I was dozing off. I would like to watch it again with full alertness and.
Yeah.
But that's.
It's like a 3 with an asterisk. I mean,
I'm still giving it a 3.
I got it. I got
I
it.
did not like it. It just. I feel like the original ones were better.
Well, I mean, I can't really judge. I can't judge it compared. And again, those two are not the origin story of Wonka. Anyway, rewatchability for me,
Yeah.
7. I'd like to see it again, and I'd love to bring somebody with me who hasn't seen it. Yeah,
Okay.
I
Well,
really had a good time.
this is the total difference between I thought it sucked and you kind of liked it.
Look, that's how it works, man. People, have different opinions. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes it fun.
What did you like about it?
Timothy Chalamet, Keegan Michael Kay. He was pretty
Keegan
funny.
Michael Key.
Is it Kay?
No, I don't know. I'm
Keegan Michael Kay, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Key and Peele.
he was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
He was probably him and the Oompa Loompa
I
character.
do have to admit the young girl was a little bit like, yeah, you're not that talented. I mean,
Yeah.
that's evil as hell to say, but she,
Yeah.
they could have cast someone better.
They're
you
giving
know?
her a lot of screen time. And
She got a lot of screen time, and she's
lot of lines.
she's not talented enough
She-
to really pull it off.
Yeah, she wasn't up to par with.
Didn't have a lot of character. I mean, it's sorry to be crapping on it. Maybe she'll grow up to be like a great actress, but like she doesn't have it right. She doesn't have the chops right now, man.
Yeah.
Didn't have the chops.
And sorry, it took away from the movie, and It
We're
just
watching it like throwing popcorn. Like she's a terrible actress.
yeah, I know they're gonna be like, you guys are monsters for this.
I'm giving it a 7, man. I
Yeah,
like this
I'm
movie.
giving it a 3. I say don't go see it. Wait till it comes out on whichever
I
streaming
think you need to see it.
platform.
If you like the Wonka thing at all, anything about Willy Wonka, you should see it.
Let's
If you like Timothy Chalamet, you should see it.
We're at 10 minutes, but I got to get this off my chest as well.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk about the mother. They could have had a better, they could have dove into how Willy Wonka was raised and what made him love
You're
chocolate
right.
a little more.
Yeah, they didn't really get. There's a lot of stuff they could have went into,
They
like
they
his
didn't-
exploring
yeah.
other places and finding all these ingredients.
They didn't
you know.
even go into like the golden ticket stuff.
Well, that's because
I
that takes
know,
place later on.
But it would have been
yeah.
nice to see like, oh well, he thinks of this thing later, and then maybe
However,
they'll do another Wonka.
Remember the
with
note
the
from his.
same-
Remember the note from his mother, how it was like written in a
Yeah, the
gold
Wonka-
thing.
yeah, a
That's kind of
little bit.
like gold.
Yeah,
You know.
they should have made it. It would have been interesting to have been like, okay, well, he eats this. He can only eat his mother's little piece of chocolate, and it's the best chocolate to Wonka, and everything he's ever made doesn't come close to his mother's chocolate. But then, like, he only has so much because she's no longer around to make more.
So you're writing a whole other story.
So every time he bites or shares his mother's chocolate with him or anyone else, there's only a little bit left for him to constantly taste and figure out the ingredients to then maybe make the most perfect chocolate. That could have been
I think the
like
story was
a-
fine. I thought the story was good.
that could have been like a chasing the dragon. That's why he's never satisfied. That's why he's the best.
How about the
and-
fact that how about the fact that his mom raised him illiterate? You know, about that he's illiterate.
Yeah, that was
that was a little bit of a dig on his mom. It was like,
Yeah.
damn, she wasn't that great a mom, Willie.
Oh man,
Come on,
yeah.
Willie,
She,
you
well,
can't read.
She didn't teach me how to read, but other than that,
Yeah, and it wasn't like it was the 1700s.
you
It was like
yeah, she was just so busy all the time. She never told me how to read.
Yeah, dude.
Even though
Yeah,
she
Willie.
could read.
Yeah, he's his mother plays a big part, and it's
Yeah.
she's passed away or something. They didn't really say why.
Even
but,
though she's writing in cursive, how does she expect me to understand what she's writing? She
oh,
never-
that's right. I didn't even think of that. I just pieced that together right now. Like he doesn't know how to read.
This is my last letter to you. I hope you
One day,
learn.
hopefully, you learn how to read.
not by me, but hopefully.
Hopefully, a little girl teaches you how to read. Oh my god,
Wow,
it's a good movie. I liked it a lot.
I didn't like it. Don't go
7.
See it. Don't
see
go
it again.
3,
7.
3.
2 7s. If there was, I'd like to give it 3 7s. If
Comment-
there was another category,
Please don't forget.
yeah,
You got me
triple
laughing.
sevens.
Please don't forget to subscribe if you think this is funny, and comment down below what's your favorite chocolate candy.
Hey.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's really all I got.
Cool. Good stuff.
All right,
See
guys.
it.
Wonka.
See it.